Welcome, Speedway fans, to ExtremeSpeedwayAction.com's exclusive coverage of the AMA National Pairs Championship at Paris Raceway in Paris, California. On Saturday, February 1st, 2020, 14 riders paired up to compete for the title of the AMA National Pairs Champion. Teaming up for this match are the first woman rider, Sara the Storm Cords, and the youngest male rider in Gentleman Jake Isaac. They'll see action against some of the strongest riders and upcoming stars, such as the team of gnarly Broc Nicol and the Rocket Luke Becker, who will be leaving California after this match to race for the Wolverhampton Wolves in England. And they'll have their work cut out for them as 10-time Speedway champ Billy Janeiro and Mad Max Ruml, as well as Gino Manzares and Aaron Fox, Austin Novratil and Tim Gomez, young Blake Borello and Chris Kerr, and rounding it out, veteran racers Brad Sauer and Fast Eddie Castro all try their best to become the #1 race pairs of the night. Let's go to Chris ACKERMAN for an introduction of tonight's action and an explanation about the scoring for the pairs racing.
Well, my name is Crazy Chris, and we are here once again at Paris Raceway for the AMA National Pairs Championship. Now, this is an interesting race. This is pairs racing. So instead of the 4 Speedway bikes going out and trying to get first, second, third, and fourth, actually it's a race a little different. So when you have 2 teams, the pairs, whoever's leading, if their partner's running in second, their sole job is to keep the rider who's in third from going around. Their job who's running in second is not to get in front of their teammate, it's to protect them. Likewise, if the person who's running in first, their rider's in third, their goal is to get around the second place rider and to help their team win to get the most points. Now, when we get down later in the race tonight, the points change, so actually when you get second and third, it's actually more points than first and fourth. This is going to be an incredible night of Speedway racing. We're glad you're all here to enjoy it and watch it with us. So here we go, let's go racing!
Before the racing began, 1993 World Speedway Champion Sudden SAMERMOLENKO was introduced to the audience, and he related his experience with the Wolverhampton Wolves and how he thinks it will benefit our American riders running overseas.
You are considered as the greatest rider of the Wolverhampton Wolves. What are some highlights that you remember from your days with the Wolves?
Well, it just so happens that 2 of the riders here tonight, I'm sure you're probably going to pick up on with Nichols and Becker, both ride for my club now. It was really good. My brother Charles Overlinkle's here as well, and me and him won a league title for Wolverhampton Wolves, and it was just a place where you stabled yourself, and you would branch off from there and go throughout Europe and race, and it's just a really good kind of learning ground.
All right, now, yeah, you did mention about Broc and Luke being part of the club. Do you have some tips that you can give them as they're going in? Luke for his second season and Broc for his first.
I think they both have enough knowledge now to know that they got to pace yourself. And the beauty about riding in England, when you're on a team, there's 7 riders, and the responsibility isn't on any one individual, it's on the team. And they're a part of a team, and they go out there, and Becker did tremendous last year for Wolverhampton, and Broc, I'm sure, is just going to relish in that kind of atmosphere, because Wolverhampton's one of those clubs that they really like Americans. Plus, it's a really tight circuit, and in Europe the tracks are a lot bigger than we grew up with racing here, and being a tight circuit, it's made for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, SAMERMOLENKO!
A great opening from Chris ACKERMAN and our very own World Speedway Champion, Sudden SAMERMOLENKO. Let's get into the racing action here tonight. Our first heat of the evening has Gino Manzares and Aaron Fox lining up in lanes 1 and 3 against Austin Novratil in lane 4 and Tim Gomez in lane 2. At the start, Fox would jump out early and break the tape. He would be ejected from the heat, leaving it up to Manzares to ride against 2. Gino spoke about team riding and what racers could learn from it.
I think it's a great idea, especially it gives all of us the taste of what's to come in the future if this is what you want to pursue. Because, yes, this is an individual sport, but to go further in this, you have to be able to team race and get used to that atmosphere and that vibe at the track, too.
On the second start, Manzares would get the hole shot. His momentum would power him into the wall, where he caught his peg. but his strength and experience kept him up, and he would stay on it to win. Heat 2 had young Jake Isaac and the only woman in the field, Sara Cords, matching up with Billy Janeiro and Max Ruml. Sara Cords on Racing with Championship riders.
I mean, yeah, they're our idols, but now that we're up with them, we kind of have to bring ourselves down to their level. Like, they have to be normal people to us now. You know, we're racing just like them, with them. It's awesome.
Off to start, Janeiro and Ruml dominated the match, with Isaac and Cords giving it their best shot. As the youngest rider in the field, Jake Isaac gave it his best, but the other team wasn't slowing down. Billy Janeiro kept increasing his lead, and Max Ruml hung back a bit to keep Isaac and Cords behind him. But Isaac and Cords would only take third and fourth, taking 1 point. Janeiro and Ruml would get 3 and 2. Heat 3 had Blake Borello and Kerr paired against Luke Becker and Broc Nicol. Becker and Nicol will be traveling after this match to start the season in England with the Wolverhampton Wolves. Luke told how their past experience will help them in this match, but it's going to take teamwork.
A lot of riders here, we don't have much team racing, so going over there you learn a lot from it. And me and Broc have some experience, so hopefully we can use that. I know, of course, Billy has a lot of experience, and Max as well, so it's not going to be easy, but I think we can give them a good run for the money.
At the start, the young Wolves took the lead 1 and 2. But Kerr, hot on Nicol's back tire, had mechanical problems that caused him to pull from the match. It was now up to Blake Borello to make up the distance. The young Wolves won easily, giving Becker and Nicol 3 and 2, and young Blake Borello got 1 for his team. We'll be back with more racing coverage, highlights, and of course the final heats of the AMA National Pairs Championship, only here on ExtremeSpeedwayAction.com.